Turning our attention now to the ASX, here's Matt Birney and Bulls and Bears with the latest public company views and interviews.
Welcome to Bulls and Bears, brought to you today by Poseidon Nickel, ASX code POS. I'm Matt Birney and I'm joined now by the Managing Director of Poseidon Nickel, Peter Harold. Hi, Pete.
Morning, Matt.
Poseidon gained notoriety in 1969 when the discovery of the Mount Windarra Nickel-Sulphide mine sent Australia into a nickel boom. More than 50 years later, Poseidon's core business remains nickel-sulphide exploration and development in the Windarra region. Curiously, however, some of the historical mining operations were also mined for gold, and Poseidon says plenty of it was left behind in low-grade stockpiles that were never processed, and the company is now looking to monetise those stockpiles. Peter, just how much gold was left behind at these projects and what sort of grades are in them?
We've sort of picked up, there's probably about 150,000 ounces of gold, about nearly 400,000 ounces of silver, and the average grade's about just over, it's 0.84 for gold and about just over 2 grams of silver.
Okay, so what's the plan? How are you going to mine these stockpiles?
Yeah, look, it looks like what we'll do is we'll use a dredge, and so we'll dredge it and then put it through a purpose-built plant.
Okay, so you tabled a feasibility study on the stockpile project recently. Let's get down and dirty with some of those numbers with a few rapid-fire questions. Firstly, how long will it take start to finish to run this project?
About 45 months start to finish.
And how much gold are you planning to churn out in that time?
Based on the feasibility study, somewhere about 55,000 ounces of gold.
And how much will it cost you to build the project?
Yeah, look, we're sort of estimate $25 to $30 million.
What's the estimated internal rate of return on that outlay?
Extremely good, around 50%.
And what about a net present value for the project?
Yeah, just over $30 million at today's gold prices.
Okay, and importantly, what's it going to cost you to produce an ounce of gold? I guess it's already been mined, right? So what will it cost you per ounce, all in sustaining cost?
Yeah, well, that's the exciting thing, about $1,400 an ounce.
And that's Australian or US?
No, that's in Aussie.
Okay, and perhaps most importantly, how much free cash will the project spit out over the life of mine?
Yeah, lots over $30 million.
And what do you plan to do with the money?
Well, look, we're a nickel producer, and so obviously what we'd look to do is to, channel that back into our nickel business.
Which project?
Look, initially Golden Swan. That's the one that looks really exciting. The high-grade nickel's really coming together there, and we could certainly put the money into the development and operation of that business.
I know you had some spectacular drill hits out at Golden Swan. Just quickly, remind me of the headline numbers out there.
Oh, look, some of the holes that we've been drilling out there have been fantastic. 17 metres at sort of 3%, including 7 at nearly 6. Another great hole was basically 31 metres of 2.5, including 13 metres at nearly 4 and 6 metres at 5. So some great holes. And we had one hole of just under a metre at 14.5% nickel. Incredible.
Peter Harold from Poseidon Nickel, thanks for joining me on Bulls and Bears today. And remember, we're only here to give you information, not advice, which you should of course seek independently. I'm Matt Birney and this is Bulls and Bears.
For more public company CEO interviews, go to the Money page at 6pr.com.au and click the Public Companies tab.